Hello? Hello? Nobody? You know, if I'm the one that was chosen to defend Earthrealm, we're more fucked than usual. We're always fucked, but more so. Hello. So, I'm in the Netherrealm, or Outworld, or some other bullshittery in Mortal Kombat land. Here to talk about, of course, Street Fighter. No. The Mortal Kombat movie. The second one. The second Mortal Kombat. With a 2 in front of it. Not the game. Movie. Not Annihilation. Mortal Kombat 2. The one that came out just this year. Like a couple days ago. That one. We're going to talk about that one. I know it's confusing because Mortal Kombat is one of those franchises that has refused to actually die. Much like Death and Taxes, Mortal Kombat's staying around. Probably until everyone here is, a skeleton. There's lots of skeletons in this movie. And the main bad guy looks like a skeleton with huge pectorals. Like, oh my. And kind of a dad bod, honestly. I did not mind that part. It's not even the part where, he crushes people's heads and whatnot. He seems kind of like a selfish lover, I'd say. Probably for the best not to ogle him too much. Ogle from afar, from safety. MK2 movie, how was it? Good. Better. They took notes from the last Mortal Kombat movie, which came out, I think, 2021 or 2, somewhere around there. Maybe further back, I forget. That one was, not great. It had its moments, but the thing was weirdly structured, lots of bloated things, and had an incredibly boring protagonist, to the point where the movie was carried entirely on the back of Kano. The side comic relief character carried the entire movie. So yeah, you can see there were some problems there. So, the second one took notes and corrected literally every aspect. So, what's this one about? Well, it's Mortal Kombat. Got a tournament, you got people fighting, heads explode, arms get ripped off, fingers get chopped off, impalings, beheadings, people get buzzsawed with very sharp headwear. The usual Mortal Kombat shtick. And they made a decision of, hey, let's bring in another actor, so he is the biggest name in this whole franchise now. The lovely Karl Urban. He of The Boys and Dredd fame, and a pretty good Bones in a Star Trek version that's no longer being made. Sad face. He was fun as Bones. But yeah, I like me some Karl Urban. He's very fun here. He is playing Johnny Cage, who is the best Mortal Kombat character in my opinion. Actually, not even my opinion, that's just facts. Johnny Cage facts. That feels like a meme that would be in this movie. There's lots of memes in this movie too. And Ed Boon. Hi Ed Boon. I guess you feel like doing a Stan Lee. That's fine. Karl Urban plays a pretty good Johnny Cage. We're going with the semi-washed up 90s action hero version from the more recent Mortal Kombat games. I also don't remember if he was a washed up action person in the original set of Mortal Kombat games, but he's been one since like MK10 or 9, I forget. There's a lot of Mortal Kombat. They kind of repeat the same plots over and over and over again. And considering I did not like the plot of MK1 very much, I'm perfectly fine with them going back to the old reliables as once more. You got the returning cast from the previous movie, to varying degrees of importance, and the movie does its thing. And surprisingly, it actually has... The marketing makes it look like a Johnny Cage movie. This is more Katana's movie, if anything, and I'm okay with that. I like Katana. Katana usually gets the short end of the stick a lot in these games, and in general, really. So actually seeing her get a big, fair chunk of the film devoted to her, good. I like that. That is nice. But yeah, there's not a lot to talk about beyond the events of the movie, which will all be spoilers, because there's a lot of basically who fights who dies, and so forth. A lot of the characters who died in the first movie come right back as either revenants or just back for kind of barely a reason beyond, hey, this actor was the best part of the last movie. Bring him on back even though you killed him off. They're back. It's fine. Death, much like comic books, death don't matter a whole hell of a lot in Mortal Kombat, which is kind of ironic considering it's, fights to the death. We get some fun bits. Some of the more entertaining chunks are who they pair with who. Like, you got Johnny Cage paired with Kano. That's fun. They're entertaining as a duo, even though they're kind of doing the same reference-heavy humor, but it works because the reference jokes are good and they're both really entertaining with the comedy, so that's fine. You get side stuff with the various characters, good gore. Once again, they kept their notes. The first movie had good gore, some good fight scenes. That is retained here, so that continues. They ditch all the stuff that didn't work very aggressively for a couple of elements, and they roll with it. And this one has the addition of working extra hard to give some really on-point Mortal Kombat visuals. There's several times where you literally have two characters standing side by side on a 2D plane with the background from the game behind them as they get ready to fight. It looks cool. Maybe just looking cool is a big part of this thing. Is it deep? Oh, fuck no. Are the characters complex? No. It's Mortal fucking Kombat. What do you expect them to be? Storylines only became a thing in fighting games like 10 years ago. With Mortal Kombat 9, ironically enough. They're clearly going to do a third one. I am curious what plot lines they're going to go with. There's some obvious setup for a couple of things from more recent games, which, I'm curious what they'll do with that. I guess we'll find out. See you back here at Shao Kahn's little sauna in about 2 to 3 years. Like and subscribe. Join my Patreon. Give me money to make porn for you. So on and so forth. Etc. 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 I've explained it for you. Go away.